Hi everyone, it's Lee here and welcome to this week's coaching video. Now in this week's video, I've got a lot to get through. It's all about wrapping up the year and looking towards next year's goals and making sure we get a good start to the new year. So it's about getting organised, it's about getting clarity, getting that direction and building that consistency into the new year, good habits, routines, that kind of thing. So the first thing I wanted to have a look at was the year in review. So this is a new post. I also run this one as a session with people in a 90-minute session, and it's worked really well for the couple of sessions that I've had so far. So the main question around the year in review is what's been working well for you. So how has your year been? 2020, coronavirus around the world, it's been pretty full on. So we've got a few questions here that we can have a look at in a moment. But basically the whole point of this is to put a bookend to the year, wrap up the year, tie up loose ends. It's a really great way to finish the year. You can reflect on your achievements and celebrate your achievements as well, because we often forget our achievements or forget what we've been doing through the year, forget what we're grateful for, and often we can get focused on our problems and what's not working so well. And that's not helpful, especially as we go into a new year. We want to carry momentum and motivation as well. So let's have a look here with how will it help me? How will it help you? You can discover what's been working well. You can discover what you've enjoyed the most, so you can start to do more of those things and less of those chores or the activities that you don't like. You can identify win-wins across themes and relationships and businesses and what's working well. You can also review failures, setbacks and weaknesses. So some of those things that we don't like to look at sometimes, we can look at them now, especially now that a bit of time's passed. We can look at those things objectively. And perhaps work out some opportunities and ideas on how to resolve some of those problems going into the new year. That also leads into planning and priorities, which we're going to take a look at in a moment. I've got a few different resources in this video to help you through this transition stage into 2021. Okay, so the whole point of this, the benefits at the end of the session or at the end of this video, if you go off and do a bit of reflection work yourself, you'll be able to feel at peace with the end of the year and have a bit of closure to the year and clear the decks, ready to start the new year. So that leads into having a sense of calm and readiness for the next 12 months. You can apply some of the lessons learned throughout the year and put them into new strategies for next year. And this all helps, of course, to build motivation and resilience and find that confidence in decision making as well. So let's have a look at the template I use when I'm working with clients in session. So we'll just look at the first 4 questions and I'll give you a bit of insight into my year as well, just to give you a bit of an example of the sort of the lines of thinking that you can use with these questions. So my year in review, describe your year in 3 words. So the point here is just to really narrow it down. I think for me, the words like adaptability, resilience, and maybe strength come to mind, just in terms of keeping the business going that we've got, the adaptability to working online, and some of that strength in connecting with friends and family and all working together. I think those words kind of come to mind when I think about 2020. So what was your favourite moment during the year? So as I said before, often we can forget about our favourite moments and be focused on the problems. So for me, I think the favourite moments were around getting an electric skateboard for my 40th birthday this year. So that was certainly a fun moment. I'm a big kid, I must admit, but that certainly gave me a highlight and something to work towards as we were going through the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. I think the other favourite moment there was around Victoria, the state I'm in, getting their cases down to zero after quite a significant breakout here in Victoria. So also very proud of Australia getting their cases down to zero and maintaining them at zero for quite some time. What achievements are you most proud of this year? So for me, certainly finishing up some key training in the life coaching space has been what I've been most proud of. Also been very proud of how Jackie and I have worked together in maintaining our business and being able to work with clients online. That's a really big achievement, and certainly been able to obtain some of that stability that we've been after. What is your biggest lesson learned this year? So this is a bit of a tricky one, but as I'm going through these, have a bit of a think about them for yourself. I think my biggest lesson learned is just that commitment and keep going. It just gets you through, no matter how bad you might feel on a certain day. Using what we've been learning and just working through our values and building that resilience, you can just get through day by day, and things obviously get better as things go on. So I think biggest lesson is just that commitment and committing to the things that keep you resilient. So have a think about those for you. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to dig through a few layers. Have a think about those, and we'll move on to the next thing I want to talk about, which I think will be the 5-minute plan. So if you've had a look at some of those questions, you can now move into the 5-minute plan, which I've got a whole other video on, so I won't dig into this too much. You can go and look at that on the website, which is here, the life planning module, where we talk about the benefits of the 5-minute plan, and this can really be a shortcut to getting started in 2021. So go and watch this video, download the template, and you'll have this is what the template looks like. So there's some questions here that are similar to the year in review plan that we just looked at. So what am I happiest and most proud of from the past year? Some of these questions can set you up for the next year. So have a look through that, and that'll be a good start for you as you go into the new year. So the next thing here I want to look at is the weekly progress tracker. So what can happen over time, especially as you're getting started in the new year? You might have a heap of motivation, some new goals, maybe some New Year's resolutions. You hit the ground running, but come February, you've lost a bit of motivation, you've lost a bit of drive, and you're starting to figure out if it's all worth it and what direction you're going in. So the point of this weekly progress tracker is to really help you with that commitment, like what I was talking about before, how that commitment can just keep you getting going, keep you going through on a day-by-day basis. So the point of this template is just a one-page template. What you can do is use it on a weekly basis and pick a theme for the week that you want to work on. So you can save multiple copies of this as you're going through the year. You can pick a theme that you want to work on, and this is a digital form, so you can just click whatever you want to work on for the week, and you can put in some notes about the things you want to do or the achievements you've made, the issues and obstacles that you've overcome, the actions and steps towards your goals. So this ties in with the 5-minute plan that we just looked at. So go and watch that video. Again, you can look at your week's achievements and celebrations and touch base on how you're feeling this week. So this is a good way just to really keep track of your progress towards your goals and your vision, and work on all the different themes. So give everything a little bit of balance. So if you're looking at weight loss goals or business goals, you want to be able to get that balance right between being able to be emotionally stable as you're driving or growing a new business. Your health is obviously going to be important there. You don't want to have burnout or stress or overwhelm or not being able to fit in time for time off. And that kind of thing. So there's just a few key areas here to get you started, and you can certainly develop your own as well, which is quite simple, being just a one-page template. So I won't talk any more on that. That's available for free download over at my website as well. You can, in fact, this is in the members area, so we'll need to log in and sign up to the free area, so it doesn't cost anything. Cruise over there, sign up, and you can download that there, and yeah, stay on track, less worry, and commit to the steps and goals that you need to achieve your vision. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about in this video was the about decluttering and getting started for the new year. So over at Jacqueline's website, we've got the Declutter Your Home for Clarity and Focus ebook. So this is a free download. You can head over there now and download it. Just click on the link down the bottom. So this is a really great ebook. I think it's around 10 pages or something like that. And the whole idea here is to set up your workspace, both physically workspace and your mental workspace as well. So you've got time and space to work on the goals, the ideas, the strategies, and start to put things in place for the new year. So I've already had a bit of a tidy up around my office here in my workspace, which has been good to get started. I've certainly got a bit more to do on that, just to really clean up and throw out the things that I don't need, that I'm not going to need for the next year, that are just hanging around and cluttering up my mind as well as my physical space. So go ahead and download this little ebook. It's really quite good. It's a simple read. It sort of gives you some benefits and the burdens, basically just around clearing up, saving time, and making the best use of your time and efficiency. So there's a few different tips there and ways you can get rid of things. It's a good little read. So head over there. I'll put the links in the comment below on this video, and they'll of course be in the email of the newsletter. So obviously, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you may not realize, but this is part of my free coaching series. So if you jump over to leashby.coach, head down the bottom on any of the pages, in the footer here we've got Stay Accountable. Just put your email in there and press I'm in, and you'll join up to this newsletter. So these videos will be getting published each week. So that's certainly given you plenty to go on for this Christmas period that we're in at the moment, to get all set up, get organized, get the clarity and the direction you need to start the new year with plenty of motivation and gusto for your career, your business, and your personal life. Cheers. See you next week.